here is going to help me find it. There we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
The clock is ticking, so let's grab the list and go to town. You don't need a lot of this to make someone feel like that, especially if you give them one of these. Holiday to-dos? Let's get them done today at the one place that can help us bring it all home. That's How to Holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Your choice of these compressor combo kits, just $199.
You know what's gone?
Kevin?
The aspartame in You'll Play Light, they took it out.
Oh, yeah. It is gone.
What's wrong with Kevin?
You'll Play Light with 90 calories. Smooth, creamy, and now aspartame-free.
Yes, we have needed the rain in California, but all of this rain has a dangerous side. And we've been following, of course, and showing it to you all day, from flooding to mudslides and even swollen rivers we've been dealing with, and just huge, huge concerns in terms of water rescues across the area. Now, what is going on in terms of a mudslide is these are just some photos of the heavy rain that has fallen in California, causing the flooding and the mudslides. And the reason the mudslides have been so prevalent in Southern California is because going back into the summer, of course, when we had many wildfires, we were reporting wildfires pretty much week after week this past summer in Southern and Central California. And of course, it was burning all of the vegetation. And then once the gases from the fires lit up in the air, and then they didn't just dissipate, they pretty much fell into the soil and then got absorbed a little bit in the soil and in the roots of the soil. And basically, the roots of the trees basically changed the texture of the soil, making the soil more of a waxy type of texture. And thus, when the heavy rain fell on the topsoil, then basically it just slid down the mountain slides, and that's what we deal with when we talk about mudslides. So this is a huge concern here as we continue to follow the topsoil of the earth here, just flowing down the mountainsides here in California, and that has led to huge problems in terms of flooding. Jennifer?
All right, thank you, Vivian. Well, also developing in California as heavy rain has flooded homes and triggered mudslides. Our Chris Warren is anchoring our coverage there, and he has a first-hand view of what's happening on the ground. And it doesn't look like the rain's going quite heavy right now, but it looks like there's certainly been some reports of some flooding out there. Chris, describe to us the situation now.
Yeah. Well, right now, Jen, as you know, we're in a showery situation, which showers, they start and they stop, they come and they go, and they can be heavy at times, and we have seen that today. For sure. Yesterday was the really heavy rain, and right now we're just seeing those showers. And as we look over here, look over the bay, you can even see things getting a little bit brighter. And that can happen too after a front. Post-frontal situation. Ahead of the front, that was yesterday when it was very heavy rain for hours and hours. Now we're in a situation where the rain might last minutes and minutes, and you can even see a little bit of sunshine. It's where you might look out the window, see the sunshine, you go outside, you go down to get a cup of coffee, and then you get rained on. That's a shower. That's how things work after the front. It's also much cooler. Yesterday in the morning, temperatures were in the 60s. This morning, 50 degrees. That's also a sign that the cold front came through. Showers are going to remain a possibility throughout the day today. There are still problems. Rivers still at flood stage in many spots. Creeks and streams still running high. Still a chance to have rocks and debris in the road, especially some of the less traveled areas, something you'd have to watch out for in this area. But again, Jen and Vivian, we are dealing still with the threat for thunderstorms throughout the day today in California.
All right, we'll continue to follow the latest in terms of still that moisture in Central and Southern California. Thanks very much. That was Chris Warren reporting from San Francisco.
All right, well, pay attention. Christian Bale is coming up next on the Weather Channel. It's a one-on-one interview with Jim Cantore about filming the incredible weather scenes in the movie Exodus, Gods and Kings. We'll have these two champions in the same room together at the same time.
And right after that story, we have the winter weather update. We'll talk about the heavy snow that's expected, of course, over the Sierra Nevada and additional rain. We've already been telling you about the localized flooding. We've been telling you about, of course, the water rescues that we've been dealing with. But in the higher terrain, it has been the snow.
And hello, Los Angeles. I know you are happy to see the blue coming out of the sky again. You can see the clouds out there, the calm after the storm. 1.3 inches of rainfall came down earlier this morning, and we've already seen the results of that. Flash flooding, swift water rescues out there. We're looking at the radar right now. The heaviest rainfall now well to the east of Los Angeles, Riverside. You're looking at the heavier rainfall. In fact, we have a flash flood warning for the county of Orange until 1:30. Originally, that was until 11:30. It was extended because of the threat of more flooding and flash flooding on the roadways. And the search also continues for one man who was caught up in a car that was caught in flash flooding earlier today.
And as you said, Jennifer, this is definitely the calm after the storm. This has been a monster system across the central and southern parts of California. It's moving east, and we'll track it for you next.
Mega-Red is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega-Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega-Red.
Ever since Daryl's wife started using Gain Flings, their laundry smells more amazing than ever.
Honey, isn't that the dog's towel?
Hey, me towel, Sue towel. More scent plus OxyBoost and Febreze. It's our best gain ever.
Everyone sees the same sky. But when we look up, we see something amazing. This winter, you've got to watch the Weather Channel mornings.
It's going to have wide-ranging impacts.
Winter storms are too important to cover in just a few minutes.
It's going to be brutal for a lot of people.
Because it's not just about your forecast.
That's why those temperatures stay cold.
Look at this!
Listen to that!
See this winter like never before. Amazing starts here. The Weather Channel mornings.
Currently in our area, 68 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, sun and clouds mixed. High 67. Winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 56. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 75. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Help us help those in need. Bring in a coat to Burlington. Get 10% off our everyday low prices.
Nourished, rescued, protected, given new hope. During the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru owners feel it too. Because when you take home a new Subaru, we donate $250 to helping those in need. We'll have given $50 million over 7 years. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Hi, Anthony. How much does my discount double check save me?
About $150.
Done.
Insurance, find me money.
I got you $1.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. There to help you get to a better state.
Today we're getting record snowfall.
Radars indicate there's been flooding throughout the area.
We're getting hail the size of golf balls.
Maglite. Turn your light on, America.
We love
chocolatey,
creamy with a little something extra.
Deliciousness.
Cookies
or almonds.
Yumminess. Hershey's is mine.
Yours, our chocolate.
We got this one. We got Pepper.
Did he help pick it out?
No, he's a cat.
Is this mine?
Mom and Dad told us they had just made their funeral and burial prearrangements. We thought they already had taken care of that. When we learned it was through Beth Israel and Eternal Light, we knew everything would be handled in the most caring and professional way. We realized it would be one of the most difficult days of our lives. It inspired my husband and me to make our own prearrangements so the burden wouldn't fall on our children when that day comes. It's not an easy thing to think about, but I'm so glad we did.
Welcome back to QVC. Here's a great gift idea. It's perfect for that person on your list who loves to bake. In fact, it's a must-have in my kitchen when I get together with my niece and nephew and we make sweet treats for Santa and all of his reindeer.
Exposure to asbestos.
Call 1-800-641-0818 now.
Every Sunday, the Titans of Weather bring the rain. Geek Out, Sundays at noon on the Weather Channel.
Thank you for watching the Weather Channel. It's time now for the winter weather update, and our big weather story has been the winter storm across the west. But this California storm is moving east as we go through time. So here's a look at the latest water vapor imagery. We have all of the ingredients coming together that will push it on off to the east over the next several days, push it into the Four Corners area and eventually into the plains. But this is a look at the current radar where it is raining and or snowing right now. The green is indicating the rain. The blue, that's where we have snow in the mountains of the Sierra Nevada, and several inches up to a couple of feet expected before all is said and done. So kind of pivoting it around a little bit and showing you from the Bay Area right on across the central part of the state, we are talking about generally rain. But again, as soon as you get into the higher terrain, it changes over to snow, and winter storm warnings have been issued here. We also have winter storm warnings out across the hillier terrain of the state of Nevada. So once again, this is a look at the winter weather radar, and as we go through time, notice the time stamp at the top of your screen. By later on this evening, all of the moisture and energy with this system will be flowing across the center part of the state and dumping off as much as 18 to 24 inches and maybe a little bit more than 2 feet at the Sequoia National Park here in the higher terrain. So we're talking about some locally heavy amounts of snow before all is said and done. Eventually, even in the Denver area on Sunday, the snow will come into your area. We're looking at a forecast high just a little bit above the freezing mark. Really cold overnight too in Denver Sunday into Monday, with temperatures dropping down into the 20s. So here's a look at Sunday. There you see the snow pushing into the Mile High City, and we're talking rain out ahead of the system over the plains, even some thunderstorms. Now Sunday night, notice how the rain in central Nebraska and Kansas kind of mixes over and changes into snow here. And then actually on Monday, all of Nebraska, including the eastern part of the state, could be dealing with snow. Jennifer?
All right, thank you, Vivian. Well, we want to talk about a movie and how weather played a role. And the movie Exodus, Gods and Kings, that is actually coming out today. And it's an incredible story of how Moses led the Hebrew slaves out of Egypt. Well, Oscar-winning actor Christian Bale plays Moses, and he sat down with our Jim Cantori to talk about how weather played a role with this part.
So you got to play the part of Moses, and weather was obviously a huge part of that. What did it feel like to do all that weather?
To do all that weather?
Yes.
Well, you're sort of in the weather, aren't you? You know, and it's God's natural weapon.
Ready yourselves!
It's something that he uses again and again throughout the film to display his power.
God. I've stood on beaches and gotten sandblasted in hurricanes and tropical storms.
Considerable beach erosion. Relentless.
What does that feel like?
Well, we were always in a situation where, to me, you get this sort of, I always get this slight recklessness when I'm making a film, as though, well, because I'm making a film, I can't really get hurt, can I? I always just think it's a lot of fun, you know, whether you're sort of sliding down a mountain or falling off a horse or whatever it is that you're doing. I always think it's a film, it's not real. So if it's not real, I can't really hurt myself either. So I enjoy it immensely.
Once you finally got to see the scene of the parting of the Red Sea, You essentially were in the middle of a storm chaser's dream. I mean, you had everything. Tornadoes, huge waves.
There's a sea ahead and an army behind!
What was that like?
It was fantastic. I mean, when we're filming it, we got these incredible locations and we're charging down the beach at each other on these horses, and it's just fantastically fun. But then seeing the final result just blew my mind because it just looks so spectacular. But also I'm quite obsessed with tsunamis and tidal waves, and you know, I've been to see many a film just because it's got a tidal wave in it. I don't care about the rest of the film at all, and this is by far the best that I've ever seen, so I had goosebumps.
How fascinating to you is the correlation between religion and science?
Oh, endlessly fascinating. It's really an obsession of mine, you know, the attempt to understand our surroundings, the attempt to understand our lives and why we're here and what's happening and what will happen, and to me, it's all connected.
Well, we have been following the Los Angeles River flooding, and fire officials rescued one man from rising water. We now have breaking news into us. We do know now that the other person who was missing has been safely found. It was actually a woman. Happy to hear that, but they are still dealing with flash flooding there. You're looking at video of the gentleman as he was rescued, but again, happy to report the woman was rescued and safe and sound.
Yeah, very happy into that story. Keep it tuned right here to the Weather Channel. We'll be right back.
Currently in our area, 69 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. This afternoon, sun and clouds mixed. High 67. Winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, Saturday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 75. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It's a mud roof, just not what the owners had in mind. The legacy of a monster West Coast storm whose heavy rain helped send that mudsliding into Camarillo Springs.
Plus, how long that rain will continue to pour. And another casualty of this monster storm. Waves and wind send a home into the water in Washington state.
Ahead, how monstrous this storm will be as it heads east. And welcome to Weather Center Live. I'm Dave Schwartz.
And I'm Alex Wilson. Southern California continues to struggle with rain from this monster storm.
Well, it fell at rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour earlier today.
That's right. And, you know, it's leading to some swift water rescues. This dramatic video shows you what they're battling.
You see a rescuer jump into the water and start to float.
All right, then they are going to toss a rescue line at him. You'll see he misses that as he tries to grab it. As he fights against that fast-moving water, they toss another line to him. This one he's able to get, and he makes it to the side and out of that dangerous water.
Wow, high drama. Rain still falling over parts of Southern California. Fortunately, not as heavily as it did to cause all that damage. And it's not just falling over Southern California. Much of California's coast is seeing rain as well, all the way up to the Bay Area.
You know, rain, just one impact, though.
Winds have also been wild, bringing down trees, power lines all across the west into interior Nevada and Oregon and Idaho. Tens of thousands of people have been without power in the San Francisco Bay Area alone.
The Weather Channel's Dave Malkoff found people are making the best of a bad situation.
The storm has unplugged San Francisco. Traffic lights are out on Market Street, and many of the people who work here
We're getting sent home because there's no power.
These soaked streets would normally be packed with bankers who work in these big high-rises. The storm has cut the day short. Flooding even temporarily shut down some BART stations around the Bay Area. Look at at this. Every single office is dark in this high-rise building right in the middle of a workday, global financial capital on the West Coast. But it's not like that everywhere here on Market Street. Look across the street. This building has power.
So I'm in one of the few buildings that actually has power. So it's kind of freaky, like looking out the window and seeing all the other buildings dark.
Tina Chase tells us 5 of the buildings her bank owns have no power. This kind of thing has ripple effects. Think of the bank customers who are trying to get a hold of customer service. It's in one of those dark offices. Some of those calls are being routed to operators who work from home.
But obviously, you know, we don't have that many that can support our call center, but we do have staff that are on the call.
It gets transferred down to LA.
Correct.
And then there's these 2 ladies. The lights started to flicker in their Subway shop just after the breakfast rush started. Customers were not happy.
What happened to my sandwich? What about my sandwich? But I'm sorry, but that's the policy. We need to go on.
So nobody got their breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now they're waiting to see if the power comes back on. And ironically,
we're both hungry.
Oh no! In the middle of the subway,
yes,
you're hungry.
Because we need to heat the food because it's frozen.
And it won't thaw out until the storm passes. San Francisco can handle the fog and cold, but a day without power in this world of tech and money, well, that's a whole different story.
I'm English, you know, this is like nothing to me.
And let's go to Alex with more on this monster storm.
Right, we want to take a look at the radar, see where the rain is coming down right now, mainly into southern California and coastal sections of California. Once you get up into those higher elevations, we still have the snow falling, and as Dave mentioned, now into parts of Nevada, including approaching the Las Vegas area. We have rain, and up on Mount Charleston, we have seen the snow. As we take a peek around the Los Angeles area in particular, you can see downtown we have seen a drying trend. We've seen a lot of that shower activity move off towards the east, but for many spots the damage already done. Look at these reports of heavy rain, flash flooding as we look at a couple of them and exactly what happened. Down to the south, or rather first up around Los Angeles, we have Mira Loma and Lakewood at Lakeview Avenue, low water crossing with 6 inches of water on top of that, and then further off towards the south, flood around National City with the ramp flooded onto I-5. So problems all across Southern California now today because of the heavy rain that you have seen. As we get into the evening and overnight, the good news is that rain becomes a bit more scattered in nature, heads off towards the east, and we'll be telling you where that storm is headed shortly. Before first, the storm system on the move, and it is going to bring a threat of severe weather this weekend. Dr. Greg Forbes is in the lab with the early warning.
It is, Alex, and it is this West Coast system, at least the middle and upper portions of it, that come east. The lower portion gets blocked by the Rocky Mountains. Instead, then that lower portion gets filled in with Gulf of Mexico warmth and moisture. That makes for a little bit more unstable conditions. And so on Sunday, when all those come together, I have an isolated severe thunderstorm threat from south central Kansas near Wichita down to Oklahoma City, down into north central parts of Texas, all these red shaded areas, an isolated chance of a tornado along with that. Now here's that mid-level portion, the upper level low, the dip in the jet stream coming its way east, and it'll be that leading edge. Those southern winds will be the beginning of the upper forcing for the storm. So by the late weekend, that gets over Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, begins to tap into that flow at low levels, at the surface levels of Gulf of Mexico moisture. So that makes for enough turning of the winds with height for even a chance of a tornado. Surface low runs up into Kansas. Probably most of Kansas will be too far north for the severe thunderstorm threat. It won't be quite unstable enough. Why does it make a difference between California and the Gulf of Mexico? Here are the water temperatures off of California. You see they're in the 60s, so it's Pacific temperatures. They're not as warm. Look at these, though, in the Gulf of Mexico. All winter long, they stay way up in the 70s, so that 10-plus degrees of extra warmth adds to the moisture content, adds to the instability, and so typically the storms are more severe in the south than they are in the California areas in the wintertime. And so I've given a tornado condition index with those turning of the winds of 3 for Sunday, northern parts of Texas, southern and central parts of Oklahoma, and that upper air system will be on the way. Here it is right now. The southern part of that, look at it race its way along, and by Sunday afternoon, there it becomes in. So that turning of the winds combined with that Gulf of Mexico moisture means some isolated severe storms, maybe even a tornado on Sunday. Dave, Alex?
Thank you so much, Dr. Forbes. Well, one of the hardest hit areas from this monster storm is the San Francisco Bay Area.
Flooding, sinkholes, mudslides. See how the Bay Area is recovering from this historic storm.
And the power of mudslides. It can be deadly and expensive. How they start and why they can be so bad in Southern California.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Still doesn't feel real. Our time together was so short.
Well, since you have Progressive's total loss coverage, we were able to replace your totaled bike with a brand new one.
The tank, the exhaust. Well, she looks just like Roxy. You know, I bet she's in a better place now.
I know she is. I feel it in my heart.
Actually, the old Roxy's over at the junkyard.
Getting you back on a brand new bike. Now that's Progressive.
Ring ring.
Progresso.
It's okay that your soup tastes like my homemade.
It's our slow-simmered vegetables and tender white meat chicken.
Apology accepted. I'm watching you, soup people.
Make it Progresso or make it yourself.
We love
Chocolatey,
creamy with a little something extra.
deliciousness.
Cookies
Or almonds.
yumminess. Hershey's is mine.
Yours, our chocolate.
Sunday.
Buried treasure, here we come.
There's new miners on the mountain.
We're about to be digging on top of the world.
But will their big gamble
They call it Dead Man's Curve.
My heart is pounding right now.
be a huge bust?
This is an extreme situation.
Prospectors. New episode Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 69 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight, low 56. Saturday, sunshine along with some cloudy intervals, high 75. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear, low 56. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
Hugging a tree in average women's flannel. Hugging a tree in Duluth trading free swinging flannel. Duluth free swinging flannel. Moving made easy. Flannel made fetching. Get it. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
The clock is ticking, so let's grab the list and go to town. You don't need a lot of this to make someone feel like that, especially if you give them one of these. Holiday to-dos? Let's get them done today at the one place that can help us bring it all home. That's How to Holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, save $50 on this Husky Mechanics tool set. Guaranteed forever.
You know, Melissa, Walmart is your one-stop shop for all the hottest toys this Christmas at unbeatable prices. Like this Imaginext Lion's Den Castle.
And, of course, all things Barbie, like this brand new Barbie Bubble-tastic Mermaid.
Okay, wait, Melissa, wait, don't do it! Told ya!
Oh, well, kids do love bubbles.
Like bees to honey.
Get the season's hottest toys at unbeatable prices. More ways to Christmas joy. Walmart.
Mega Red is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega Red.
Well, we're back with the monster storm that brought historically high wind to Portland, Oregon yesterday.
Look at the damage across the city. We have walls collapsing, benches, tree after tree blown over. Sadly, the storm is responsible for one death in Portland after a tree fell on a vehicle, killing the driver last night.
And in Northern California, it's a day of recovery after wicked winds. Same problem. Wild waves, flooding rains.
And our own Chris Warren recaps the damage and the weather records this storm set in San Francisco and the greater Bay Area.
The West Coast storm blasting the Bay Area, packing heavy rain and hurricane-force winds topping 150 miles an hour, knocking down trees and knocking out power for thousands. Highways and roads flooded. Water as high as wheel wells, creating dangerous driving conditions and long delays. Near San Jose, a Safeway supermarket roof partially collapsed, causing minor injuries. In Healdsburg, people paddled kayaks instead of driving cars. In Redwood City, pedestrians waded to safety in waist-high water. And in downtown San Francisco, even the streetcars were stalled. Record rain dropped up to 5 inches in spots including San Rafael. San Francisco Airport, a record 3.43 inches. And San Jose saw its third rainiest day on record with 3.23 inches.
And further south in Southern California, the relentless rain today has created a life-threatening risk of mudslides. Now, in Ventura County, just up the coast from L.A., more than 120 homes were damaged by the rock slide we showed you earlier.
This storm is displacing a lot of families, and the Red Cross is here to help. Joining us on the phone is Jessica Pifero with the Red Cross. Jessica, thank you for your time. I know you're busy. I want to start with the situation in Camarillo Springs. Is there a shelter open for the families affected by the mudslide there?
Yes, there is. We do have a shelter open in Camarillo Springs at a leisure center nearby where the mudslide has actually occurred. And our volunteers are there on scene providing lodging, meals, and comfort to those residents who have been impacted.
By the looks of those houses, some of those folks are going to have to perhaps abandon them altogether. How long can you house these people?
Our shelter is for only temporary lodging, but as soon as the shelter is deactivated, then we will work with those residents to help find them some long-term housing situations. We have several referrals and resources that will work one-on-one with each family and make sure that they're taken care of in the time moving forward.
I see.
Based on your discussions with forecasters and emergency managers, do you have any concerns? Are you prepping in any areas moving forward through the rest of the day?
We're just making sure that our residents in our shelter currently are safe and comfortable, and we are keeping an eye on the whole territory, making sure that all the possible landslide areas, are being watched. And we do have our government partners helping us monitor those areas, and we're just making sure that, especially those territories where there are burn scars from wildfires this summer, making sure that those areas in particular are protected and watched.
How many people are you housing right now?
At the height, we had about 35 residents in our shelter. That was early this morning when the evacuation was issued to the mandatory level. That number has been fluctuating throughout the day as residents begin to prepare finding more permanent living situations. But our Red Cross volunteers and shelter will be there to help people as long as there is a need.
All right, Jessica Pifero, thank you so much for taking the time. You're with the American Red Cross. You guys are very busy today, but we appreciate you joining us.
We'll track the wintry side of this storm in just a minute. Here's a live look at damage from the monster storm in Oregon. Now, trees and power lines were down here too, and as we know, there was a death related to a tree that came down in
Some
Portland.
Amazing waves as well along coastal sections of Washington and Oregon. We'll have much more next.
Got that all this hour. Stay with us.
Chex Party Mix. Easy 15-minute homemade recipes you just pop in a microwave, like caramel chocolate drizzles. Happier holidays. Chex Party Mix.
You do a lot to keep your family safe at home. So make sure they're safer on the road. See farther, wider, better. Upgrade to Silver Star Ultra headlights from Sylvania.
Then all the parts come together, and there it is, our new car. So that's how Santa fits it in his sleigh.
Wow. The magic of the season is here at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Come in and use your Starbucks gift card any day through January 5th for a chance to win Starbucks for life.
From I wonder what it is to you'll never guess.
Everything from LL Bean is backed by the same rock-solid guarantee. So while they keep guessing, you know that we'll take it back or replace it. LL Bean, guaranteed to please.
Mega Red is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega Red.
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on any other wiper blade. Because like you, Bosch cares about what's ahead.
We are but a small part in something far greater, essential to this mission, essential to humanity.
Ascension is a lifeboat for humanity.
Instead of mailing everyone my vacation photos, I'm saving a ton of time by posting them to my wall.
Ooh, I like that one.
It's so quick. It's just like my car insurance. I saved 15% in just 15 minutes.
I saved more than that in half the time.
I'd unfriend you.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
15 minutes for a quote isn't how it works anymore. With Esurance, 7.5 minutes could save you on car insurance. Welcome to the modern world. Esurance, backed by Allstate. Click or call.
That's it. Good job. You got him next time, buddy. Eye on the ball. Good try, son.
Go, go, go.
Is that your son?
Yeah.
Mine's the goalie.
That's a dryer.
A natural gas dryer.
No!
Walk it off. Just walk it off, son.
Families everywhere are feeling the love for their natural gas dryers. Find out why at naturalgaslove.com.
314-8013.
Every Sunday, the Titans of Weather bring the rain. Geek Out, Sundays at noon on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 67 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight, low 56. Saturday, sunshine along with some cloudy intervals, high 75. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear, low 56. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Stop what you're doing and look at this. It's perhaps the most dramatic video of the day. Homes buried by mud and rocks in Camarillo Springs, California. The sound of mud and rocks slamming into homes actually woke up families around 2 o'clock this morning. Can you imagine that? More than 120 homes are damaged in this area. And we want to talk a little bit about mudslides, how they occur, and why particularly they occur in areas that are burned, those burn scar areas you hear us reference. Well, during a fire or after a fire, those burnt or burning plants release gases. Those gases go down into the soil. So you can see that gas getting into the soil, not all the way to the bedrock, though. We're talking within the soil level. Once it's in the soil, it actually solidifies, and it has a waxy feel to it, a waxy substance. So as that cools, you actually get a wax-like layer around some of those soil particles a few inches just below the surface. So notice this, almost a slick layer. So you can imagine that the next time you actually get rain, that rain doesn't permeate through the soil. No, it gets down to about that waxy layer. It becomes slick, and that top layer, that most immediate layer of soil, of rocks, of trees, break off, they slide down, and you can see that they get up into excess of 35 miles an hour. You can see the damage, I should say, that these can cause. So unfortunately, you know, fire is bad enough, but then they actually make it more difficult to absorb the rain in future rain events. Dave.
Wow, it's like a double whammy. Now there's a wintry side to this storm too. Snow up in the mountains, and if you're driving over Donner Summit, be ready for snowy conditions, because that's what the road looks like right now. Now up in the mountains, you know, this is our money in the bank. Here in California, in May, in June, July, August, September, it just doesn't rain. So what we depend on is snow melting from the mountains and filling up the reservoirs and the aquifers and the rivers. Right now, statewide, we're about a third of our average snowpack. So this storm is helping. Even though the heaviest precipitation now is in this stripe right in here, the upper low itself, with its moisture and its convective showers, some of them heavy, will be rotating through the mountains for the rest of today and tonight. So that's good news. We're going to add to the snowpack. And here we are, there's snow for the central and southern Sierra. For the northern Sierra, it's pretty spotty right now, but south of Lake Tahoe, we're getting pretty good amounts. You can see this rain here. Well, imagine this intensity of snow for the Sierra Nevada mountains. That's what's going on right now. So skiers, rejoice, huh? And the rest of Californians rejoice. Maybe we can actually water our lawns without fearing getting a ticket. Huh? A citation. Then the storm moves into the Intermountain region. So who gets the snow next? How about this city? Let's check out sunny skies over Denver, Colorado. It is beautiful outside. 62 degrees, relative humidity 10%. So it's warm and it's dry, but this storm is headed for you. The heaviest snow will be west of Denver in the mountains, but still, on Sunday, there's a chance for some rain or snow. We could even pick up a couple of inches as low pressure sets up here. We get an upslope flow. Then the storm moves out into the southern plains and presents us with a severe weather threat. But there's your snow from the Wind River Range all the way down to Taos, New Mexico, and even Denver Sunday night. That's a wrap on what this California storm becomes a Colorado storm. Alex?
Well, Dave, we have shown you what our crews, our affiliates, and stringers have gathered from this monster storm in the west, but we're also showcasing the video that you send us. Here's a good example of some of the video that we have gotten from viewers like you. If today was Christmas Eve, Santa wouldn't need the sleigh to make his gift run. He could sail or float down this street in San Mateo, California. Again, we want to see the effects on the west coast, and now as it heads further off towards the east, the effects that it's having in your neighborhood. Rain, wind, all sorts of stuff. So we want to see them. Just text the word storm to 99,000 to get them to us. You'll receive easy instructions on how to get that video our way. And just a couple of reminders. Be sure to turn your phone horizontally to capture that video. And please stay safe while you are taking it. Know that message and data rates may apply to get it to us. But once we have it and it's on air, how cool is that? Let's take a live look at Santa Monica right now. You can see the pier. Some of those rides probably not used very much. 1 to 2 inches of rain so far in Metro Los Angeles. We'll have much more after the break.
Check.
Aha. Energizer protects your devices from damaging leaks, guaranteed.
Earning unlimited cash back on purchases, that's a win. But imagine earning it twice. Introducing the Citi Double Cash Card. It lets you earn cash back twice. Once when you buy, and again as you pay. It's cash back, then cash back again. And that's a cash back win-win. The Citi Double Cash Card, the only card that lets you earn cash back twice on every purchase. With 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay. With 2 ways to earn, it makes a lot of other cards seem one-sided.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm.
We're a force of nature, too. If it's in your nature to love the great outdoors, don't miss your chance to find the perfect gift at the Cabela's Christmas sale. Shop for great deals like 30% off on all in-stock Cabela's rods and fly rods. Plus, get there early for our Saturday 8 a.m. doorbusters. The first 250 shoppers in line will receive a free giveaway, so get there early to see which one. Don't miss the Cabela's Christmas sale, in-store and online at Cabela's.com.
Mega Red is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega Red.
Where we go is who we are. And fuels from Exxon and Mobil help your engine run smoother, cleaner, and with better fuel economy. We are energy, and energy lives here.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. Here we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal. Whoa.
Sunday.
Buried treasure, here we come.
There's new miners on the mountain.
We're about to be digging on top of the world.
But will their big gamble
They call it Dead Man's Curve.
My heart is pounding right now.
be a huge bust?
This is an extreme situation.
Prospectors. New episode Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 67 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight, low 56. Saturday, sunshine along with some cloudy intervals. High 75. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear, low 56. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
I've never seen anything like this.
All of a sudden, it just came in heavy.
It's 1:30 on Weather Center Live. I'm Dave Schwartz.
And I'm Alex Wilson. The monster storm continues to lash parts of the West Coast.
And we're seeing new damage and new challenges as a result. We begin with the big challenge, swift water rescues. Earlier today, firefighters pull a man who clung to a tree just inches above the raging Los Angeles River. Now, they used a boat and rope to get the man back to the bank of the river.
The crew rescued a woman after that, but there are reports that another person is still missing.
Check it out. The front of a building has collapsed. This is in Long Beach, California.
You can see the broken wood, the sidewalk from where the facade just crumbled away due to the rain and the wind across the area.
Wow.
Let's take a look where we still have watches and warnings in place in parts of California. We still have flood watches and flash flood watches for at least central and southern parts of California.
Yeah, the western sides of Riverside, San Bernardino counties, San Diego counties, at least through the hour. Orange County, that will expire in about 1 hour from now. So still some rough stuff, even though the widespread heavy rain is over. The flooding still continues.
And some of the most dramatic damage happened in Camarillo Springs, California, in the middle of the night. A neighborhood is essentially buried by a rock slide. NBC's Hallie Jackson is there with new details.
The clouds have broken and the sun is coming out here in Camarillo Springs. It's a gorgeous day until you look at the damage from that rock slide that happened early this morning. Thick mud, rocks pouring off of this mountainside behind us here. And look what it's done to the homes on this street. Covered them in rocks practically up to their roofs in some areas. Officials here say that 8 homes have serious damage. And just around the corner, another rock slide has created a gas leak. 9 homes may have to lose their gas as that gets fixed at some point today. This issue here comes from the wildfire last October that burned away a lot of the trees and vegetation, allowing the earth to come sliding into the street. As you can see right here, so many rocks, so much mud. At this point, cleanup, we know, will take weeks, if not longer. Neighbors are stunned. They're walking around in shock. One woman we spoke with said she thought it was thunder early this morning when the rocks started to come loose, burying these homes. This is not the only mudslide that we've heard about. A couple of others trapped 8 people in their cars. They had to be rescued, and one of those folks ended up in the hospital. A number of people are seeking shelter at local fire stations and at a local rec center. We'll keep you updated, but for now, back to you guys.
Thank you, Hallie. Well, this storm is having more impacts today on everything from travel to power outages. There is some progress to report, however. In fact, new power outage figures are in. At least 17,000 customers are without electricity in Los Angeles, but crews have restored power to 16,000 people. Amtrak has restored service in Southern California. The rail line had stopped service on 2 lines from LA to San Luis Obispo earlier today. And San Francisco, they have seen 13 flights canceled today, another 122 delayed. Dave has more on this western storm and when things are going to settle down.
Did someone just say western storm? How about western storms? Of course, we had one last week. We've had one the last couple of days, and there's another one out there in a seeming series of storms coming in off the Pacific Ocean. Check it out. There's one. That's a trough of low pressure. Here's a ridge of high pressure, but then on the end of that, can you see this little swirly out there west of the Gulf of Alaska? That is the next storm to come knocking on the door. Hello, storm number 2. When does it get here? Sunday night. So here we are in Los Angeles. There's our heavy rain right along the front, actually, a cold front, into Mexicali and the deserts of Southern California. Rain just about to begin in Las Vegas at the present time. Still some scattered showers for us the rest of the day, or at least for this afternoon in California. Then we should have a sunnier day tomorrow. But look what happens in Flagstaff in the morning and Phoenix in the morning. So heads up, and there'll be some wind too. So those wind chimes are going to be singing a tune here tonight. Sunday night, here comes the next storm into San Francisco, Crescent City, and Brookings, Oregon. Snow Monday in the mountains. Some of this rain will be heavy. So on perhaps hills that were just about to go, this may put us over the top. So there's still the threat for more flooding. And so you can see day after day, waves of rain moving in. Now, these storms just don't stop when they hit the Rocky Mountains. And look at all this rain we're expecting Sunday through Wednesday. They continue moving eastward. They lose a little punch as they move over the Rockies, but then they gain a little punch as they encounter warm, humid air in the southern plains. And that's where Dr. Greg Forbes picks up the story. Greg?
Yeah, Dave, the middle and upper portion of this California storm is going to continue east, but the lower portion gets blocked by the mountains in between, and so we fill in the low levels with Gulf of Mexico moisture. And I'll show you the water temperatures. It makes a difference, Gulf of Mexico versus Pacific. But first, let's take a look. The consequences of that coming together will be on Sunday, anywhere from, in these red shaded areas here, from Dodge City to Wichita, Kansas, a good bit of west and central Oklahoma, including Oklahoma City, down into Childress and Abilene and Wichita Falls, maybe as far east as Dallas and down into the Waco area. You could get a damaging wind gust or even an isolated tornado. Now here in the mid-levels, this is part of the weather system that will come east as we head from now into Sunday. That upper trough, the big U-shaped dip in the jet stream, that's the cold pocket aloft. The jet stream winds on the east side are usually the triggering for the severe weather. And so there's Sunday. That's encountering now the replacement flow, the Gulf of Mexico moisture coming in at the lowest levels. Notice how there's probably about a 45-degree turning of the winds there, western parts of Oklahoma. So that means we could get a rotating thunderstorm if it gets warm enough and unstable enough. That could be the limiting factor here, but a lot of that Gulf of Mexico moisture coming in all the way into parts of Kansas and a surface low forming in that general area. So it'll be ahead of this cold front and east of that surface low that will be where the severe weather will be. Now, I've said the water temperatures make a difference. The Pacific is cooler. The temperatures here are in the 60s. Now, take a look at the Gulf of Mexico, and it stays warm year-round. Out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, they're well up into the 70s. So that means warmer, moisture air coming into the central of the southern Gulf Coast states then comes into California. You fill in with a cold air aloft, and it means it's a little more unstable for the area that I've talked about from Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas. And so with the turning of the winds with that more unstable air, tornado threat will be higher, maybe not real high, but a 3 on the tornado condition index scale of 0 to 10. Here's how those ingredients come together using computer forecast models. See the big dip in the jet stream, all those wind arrows showing the trough axis, the mid-level and upper level as they are now. By the time we get to Sunday afternoon, that southwest flow is coming into Oklahoma now at low levels, and then by Monday, maybe up towards St. Louis area, we might have to keep an eye out. Here's the low levels. This is about 5,000 feet. You don't see it marching east. Instead, you see that moist air coming directly northbound. So there's the two pieces coming together, Dave and Alex. Could mean some damaging winds and tornadoes. Stay safe on Sunday. Back there to Dave and Alex in the studio.
Thanks, Dr. Forbes. Well, so it's been the East Coast, now the West Coast, and then next the middle of the country gets it.
Right. We've got to watch all angles because it's actually been pretty pleasant in the middle part of the country. That trend will at least continue when it comes to temperatures.
Yeah, can you believe that it'll be warmer in Kansas City than in Tampa Sunday night? We'll explain what's behind this unseasonably warm weather next.
Currently in our area, 67 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight, low 56. Saturday, sunshine along with some cloudy intervals. High 75. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear, low 56. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The clock is ticking, so let's grab the list and go to town. You don't need a lot of this to make someone feel like that, especially if you give them one of these. Holiday to-dos? Let's get them done today at the one place that can help us bring it all home. That's How to Holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Your choice of these compressor combo kits, just $199.
When you have a gift list this long, you gotta go to Burlington. I have so many people to shop for. My husband, 2 small boys, my mom and my dad, 19 nieces and nephews. I save so much money, I got something for me.
And so you can see, you're like right here, I can just, check my policy here, add a car, speak to customer service, check on a claim, all with the tap of my Geico app.
Oh, that's so cool.
Well, I would disagree with you, but that would make me a liar.
No, dude, you're on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, I pretty much walked into that one.
Geico, anywhere, anytime. Just a tap away on the Geico app.
Zantac heartburn alert. Stop. Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
You know what's gone? Kevin? The aspartame in You'll Play Light, they took it out. Oh, yeah. It is gone. What's wrong with Kevin?
You'll Play Light with 90 calories. Smooth, creamy, and now aspartame-free.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis like me, and you're talking to your rheumatologist about a biologic, this is Humira. This is Humira helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further damage. This is Humira giving me new perspective. Doctors have been prescribing Humira for 10 years. Humira works for many adults. It targets and helps to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Talk to your doctor and visit Humira.com. This is Humira at work.
You can change your style to express your unique personality. So why can't you do the same with your eye color? We at Alcon believe you can. Introducing new Air Optics Colors prescription contact lenses. Its unique 3-in-1 color technology blends with your own eye color for a naturally beautiful look with comfort all month long. Virtually try on your perfect color and get a free trial offer at airopticscolors.com.
Now, Walmart is your go-to place for all things Lego, all at unbeatable prices.
They've got Lego Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sets, Lego Friends, and this unbelievably cool Emmett's Constructo mech from the Lego movie.
Check out the Lego minifigure I just made, Action Anthony.
What's his superpower?
Being breathtakingly handsome. She don't know what pretty is. I know.
Save $25 when you open a Walmart credit card account and spend $75 today. Then get another $10 when you make another $75 purchase. Walmart.
Now take a look at this amazing video. Strong winds created waves big enough to draw surfers to Malibu?
Hang 10.
No, it's not Malibu. It's Lake
not?
Tahoe.
No.
Lake Tahoe. That's how windy it was.
There you go. 6 to 7 foot high waves, all kicked up by winds gusting more than 100 miles per hour through the Sierra Nevada range.
Now the cold front has moved east. Winds are gusting to 59 miles an hour at Cedar City, Utah. Now the wind from this monster storm that created those waves is also ripping down power lines across Southern California today.
At last check, about 17,000 customers of the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power remain in the dark. Want to get an update from Terry Schneider with the LADWP. And Terry, thank you so much for your time. What is the latest outage numbers? We were hearing 17,000. Is that about right?
Yes, that is about right. We have approximately 17,000 customers we have yet to restore, but our crews have been working really hard all morning long. We've restored about 12,500 of our customers since about 3 a.m.
Now, is this all from trees or limbs bringing down power lines? Is that what happened?
Yeah, we did have some pretty heavy breezes come through here, and we did have some outages caused by wind. It's actually been the full gamut of storm-related outages. We have cars that crashed into poles, and we had palm fronds and tree limbs and trees that came down and took power lines down as well.
What about as far as the regional coverage goes? Are there worse hit areas than others?
There most likely is. I understand some of our sister agencies in the LA County area were also affected by the Pineapple Express. But in terms of LA City, we're doing pretty good at getting our customers restored, and our system has held up quite well.
Now the winds have died down now. I assume you're getting fewer calls than you did early this morning and last night. Is that true?
That is true. Yeah, the energy cell seemed to have moved across. It started hitting us at about 3 a.m. between 2:30, 3:30, and that was when we had the really, really strong downpours and wind come through. And you know, throughout the morning, we did have pretty intense customer calls and a lot of action out in the city in terms of trying to get our crews activated, get out there, and to get the power restored as quickly and as safely as possible.
You had a storm last week. You heard about this one. I know you mentioned that you had thought about this ahead of time. What kind of preparation did you do? Because as you mentioned, you know, you're on top of it. You're getting things done.
Oh yes, for sure. You know, we saw this one coming, and so our power system had crews on standby all through the night, never knowing when, how quickly the storm was going to arrive. So we had crews waiting in the wings, and as soon as we, experienced the heavy downpours and a lot of the outages started to occur, our crews were out in the field working to restore the power right away.
And Terry, when can we expect restoration? And lastly, are you related to our own Bonnie Schneider, one of our on-camera people?
Well, thankfully, our crews, like I said, we're out there in full force, and we're estimating 12 hours from the time that a customer's power has gone out. But we very often beat those estimates. Our crews are on it, and we're going to work as quickly as we can to get them all restored. And no, I'm not. I don't believe I am related to your on-camera person, but yeah.
Maybe way down the line. Hey, Terry, I know you're busy. Thank you so much for joining us. We so appreciate your time.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Terry. Well, this month has been anything but ordinary, and that trend continues with temperatures. So who's going to be warmer, Atlanta or Minneapolis?
Well, when we talk about Sunday morning, the answer may surprise you. Atlanta, 35. Minneapolis's temperature, 39, well above the average.
Yeah, the average 13.
How about that?
All right, let's try another one. Let's pair up another couple of cities.
All right, what are we going to play? This one, we're talking again about Sunday morning.
Right.
And we are talking about Tampa or Kansas City.
Well, you would think Tampa was going to be warmer, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
If you had to put all your money, that's what you'd guess. But no, Tampa 48.
30 degrees above average.
Kansas City in the low 50s. How about that? So Sunday morning will be unusually warm for places where you might not expect it, and kind of average for places like Atlanta. You know, we're used to being in the upper 30s this time of year. There's a look at why we're so warm. We're between that western storm and, of course, that departing storm off the east, but nobody's complaining, right? Highs 15 to 25 degrees above average.
Do you know that it's warmer right now in Rapid City, South Dakota than it is in Palm Beach, Florida?
Say it ain't so.
The weather is wacky.
At Ancestry, we call it a hint. Simply type in a name and follow the Ancestry leaf far into your family's past. A past filled with stories that intrigue and inspire. And in doing so, reveal the one unique, improbable, and completely remarkable path that led to you. Discover your story. Start searching for free now at Ancestry.com.
Today we're getting record snowfall.
Radars indicate there's been flooding throughout the area.
We're getting hail the size of golf balls.
Maglite. Turn your light on, America.
Everyone sees the same sky. But when we look up, we see something amazing. This winter, you've got to watch the Weather Channel mornings.
It's going to have wide-ranging impact.
Winter storms are too important to cover in just a few minutes.
It's going to be brutal for a lot of people.
Because it's not just about your forecast.
That's why those temperatures stay cold.
Look at this.
Listen to that.
See this winter like never before. Amazing starts here. The Weather Channel mornings.
Currently in our area, 67 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening. Will become partly cloudy after midnight, low 56. Saturday, sunshine along with some cloudy intervals. High 75. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear. Low 56. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
MegaRed is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in MegaRed are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with MegaRed.
For all the joy they bring and all the love they give, this holiday season, remember to give back to your companions, your co-stars, and your co-conspirators. Petco can help with thousands of gifts on sale, like Natural Balance dog treats, cans, and tubs. Right now, buy 2, get 1 free. Plus, earn 5% back with Pals Rewards. Joy, love, pets. Petco, the power of together. Nourished. rescued, protected, given new hope. During the Subaru Share the Love event, Subaru owners feel it too. Because when you take home a new Subaru, we donate $250 to helping those in need. We'll have given $50 million over 7 years. Love, it's what makes a Subaru.
If it's in your nature to love the great outdoors, don't miss your chance to find the perfect gift at the Cabela's Christmas sale. Save on your favorite brands, plus get there early for our Saturday 8 a.m. doorbusters. Shop the Cabela's Christmas sale in-store and online at Cabela's.com.
You park your car. As you walk away, crunch, a garbage truck backs into it. So you call your insurance company looking for a little support. What you get is a game of 1,000 questions. Was it raining? Were your flashers on? Was there a dog with you? By the time you hang up, you're convinced the accident was your fault. Then you remember, you weren't even in the car.
When you do business with Vince Marotta as a professional, you walk away with a friend.
Not only did Vince work harder than we expected, we had a great time.
What was really surprising is that Vince goes above and beyond what's expected of him as a realtor.
I'm Vince Marotta. Some realtors are looking for a quick sale. I'm looking to forge a lasting business relationship. Your journey begins at MarottaRealty.com.
Now with the Xfinity TV Go app, you can watch live TV anytime. It's never been easier with so many networks all in one place. Get live TV whenever you want. The Xfinity TV Go app, now with live TV on the go. Enjoy over Wi-Fi or on Verizon Wireless 4G LTE. Plus, enjoy special savings when you purchase any new Verizon Wireless smartphone or tablet from Comcast. Visit Comcast.com/wireless to learn more.
And even pay the return postage. Try NoNo risk-free today.
Ride on the most treacherous highway in the world to experience the high risk of heavy rescue. Highway Through Hell, Sundays at 10 on the Weather Channel.
This is Diamond Peak Ski Resort. This just north of Lake Tahoe on the Nevada side. They report mostly cloudy, 36 degrees. There's some snow on the slopes. Call ahead to find out how many of the runs are open before you head up there. The weather is improving, by the way, out there on Interstate 80 over Donner Summit. Good to see you, my friend. I'm Dave Schwartz. It is 54 past the hour. Time for our winter weather update. And I'll tell you, the West has really gotten hit, and not just California, but Washington and Oregon, Idaho, very strong winds, some snow falling up there in the Blue Mountains of northeastern Oregon. So be careful out there as you pull out of the Snake River Basin. And here we are in California. You know, we need snow up there in the mountains. We're way below. So a storm like this is just exactly what the doctor ordered. Here's your warm conveyor belt, that moist flow that we've been talking about way out from the tropics. That's moved inland over Yuma, Arizona, Palm Springs. A London Bridge out here is getting some rain. Phoenix will get some rain here tonight. Tucson too, Flagstaff, and then some snow above 10,000 feet up there around Crested Butte, Colorado. So we still have some moisture in here, as you can see, and in the form of showers, and those are going to move in and add to the snowpack and change that number from 32% to much above. And there's another storm out in the Central Pacific that's going to come in here late in the weekend. So we're set for good things. Here we are. There's the snow, the blue. There's the rain in the San Joaquin Valley. More showers moving in through Monterey Bay and in through the coastal range down toward Highway 99 and I-5. So we've got some sun, we've got some showers, we've got some rainbows. People into California have been reporting some of those. And look at that, 1 to 2 feet more snow. That's snowpack. Snow in the mountains is potential water in the summer when it doesn't rain. So we really need the snow. That will move across the Rockies and give you guys some skiable snow this weekend. Alex, back to you.
Well, it is an epic film that includes extreme weather and all kinds of natural disasters. Exodus, Gods and Kings is the incredible story of how Moses led the Hebrew slaves out of Egypt. Oscar-winning actor Christian Bale plays Moses, and he sat down with our Jim Cantore to talk about how weather played a role with his part.
So you got to play the part of Moses, and weather was obviously a huge part of that. What did it feel like to do all that weather?
To do all that weather?
Yes.
Well, you're sort of in the weather, aren't you? You know, and it's God's natural weapon.
Ready yourselves!
It's something that he uses again and again throughout the film to display his power.
God. I've stood on beaches and gotten sandblasted in hurricanes and tropical storms.
Considerable beach erosion. Relentless.
What does that feel like?
Well, we were always in a situation where, to me, you get this sort of, I always get this slight recklessness when I'm making a film, as though, well, because I'm making a film, I can't really get hurt, can I? I always just think it's a lot of fun, you know, whether you're sort of sliding down a mountain or falling off a horse or whatever it is that you're doing. I always think it's a film, it's not real, so if it's not real, I can't really hurt myself either. So I enjoy it immensely.
Once you finally got to see the scene of the parting of the Red Sea, you essentially were in the middle of a storm chaser's dream. I mean, you had everything. Tornadoes, huge waves.
There's a sea ahead and an army behind!
What was that like?
It was fantastic. I mean, when we're filming it, we got these incredible locations and we're charging down the beach at each other on these horses, and it's just fantastically fun. But then seeing the final result just blew my mind, because it just looks so spectacular. But also I'm quite obsessed with tsunamis and tidal waves, and you know, I've been to see many a film just because it's got a tidal wave in it. I don't care about the rest of the film at all, and this is by far the best that I've ever seen, so I had goosebumps.
How fascinating to you is the correlation between religion and science?
Oh, endlessly fascinating. It's really an obsession of mine, you know, the attempt to understand our surroundings, the attempt to understand our lives and why we're here and what's happening and what will happen, and to me, it's all connected.
The movie Exodus, Gods and Kings, opens today all over the country.
You can get a big bucket of popcorn and hang out and watch it.
Yeah, or frogs.
Or frogs.
And yeah, and, you know, the Ten Commandments.
Well, exactly. Well, hey, dramatic moments earlier today in Southern California. A rescue to help a man stranded in the raging Los Angeles River ends in success. We'll show you next.
Currently in our area, 67 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening will become partly cloudy after midnight, low 56. Saturday, sunshine along with some cloudy intervals, high 75. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear, low 56. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
It's a mud roof, just not what the owners had in mind. The legacy of a monster West Coast storm whose heavy rain helped send that mud sliding into Camarillo Springs, California, next.
How long will that rain continue to pour? Plus, another casualty of this monster storm. Waves and wind send a home into the water in Washington state.
And ahead, how monstrous this storm will be as it heads east. Welcome to Weather Center Live, my friend. I'm Dave Schwartz.
And I'm Alex Wilson. Southern California continues to struggle with rain from this monster storm.
Yeah, it fell at rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour at times early today. And that helped lead to scenes like this. Earlier today, firefighters rescued a man who clung to a tree just inches above the raging Los Angeles River. Firefighters used a boat and rope to get the guy back to the bank of the river.
Then, shortly after that, they rescued a woman. There are reports, though, that another person is still missing.
Now, rain is still falling over parts of Southern California. Heavy rain out there in San Diego County. Aside from that, it's just showers. Much of California's coast is going to see those showers for the rest of today. Isolated flooding still possible.
And rain is just one of the impacts. Winds have also been wild, bringing down trees and power lines across the west. Tens of thousands of people have been without power in the Bay Area alone.
Yeah, I think that number was 440,000 at its height yesterday. Well, the Weather Channel's Dave Malkoff found people are making the best of a bad situation.
The storm has unplugged San Francisco. Traffic lights are out on Market Street, and many of the people who work here...
We're getting sent home because there's no power.
These soaked streets would normally be packed with bankers who work in these big high-rises. The storm has cut the day short. Flooding even temporarily shut down some BART stations around the Bay Area. Look at this. Every single office is dark in this high-rise building right in the middle of a workday. Global financial capital on the West Coast. But it's not like that everywhere here on Market Street. Look across the street. This building has power.
So I'm in one of the few buildings that actually has power. So it's kind of freaky, like looking out the window and seeing all the other buildings dark.
Tina Chase tells us 5 of the buildings her bank owns have no power. This kind of thing has ripple effects. Think of the bank customers who are trying to get a hold of customer service. It's in one of those dark offices. Some of those calls are being routed to operators who work from home.
But obviously, it's not, we don't have that many that can support our call center, but we do have staff that are on the call.
It gets transferred down to LA.
Correct.
And then there's these two ladies. The lights started to flicker in their Subway shop just after the breakfast rush started. Customers were not happy.
What happened to my sandwich? What about my sandwich? But I'm sorry, but that's the policy. We need to go on.
So nobody got their breakfast?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now they're waiting to see if the power comes back on. And ironically,
we're both hungry.
Oh no! In the middle of the subway,
yes,
you're hungry.
Because we need to heat the food because it's frozen.
And it won't thaw out until the storm passes. San Francisco can handle the fog and cold, but a day without power in this world of tech and money, well, that's a whole different story.
I'm English, this is like nothing to me.
Well, it's raining still in Los Angeles, and there's still a few showers in the Bay Area. Let's go to Alex with more on what was a monster storm.
Exactly, and as you said, we've got the rain down around Southern California, some showers up near San Francisco, although some of those heavier showers that did roll through are now moving off towards the east. Around Los Angeles, though, some showers. We still have parts of Orange County under a flash flood warning, and plenty of storm reports due to heavy rainfall, flash flooding, and some of those snow reports up into the higher elevations as well. Let's start off by taking a look at this warning. Again, this is just off towards the east of Los Angeles. Mira Loma, Lakeview Avenue. Low water crossing is covered with 6 inches of water. So this is going to cause you some trouble if you're traveling in this area. That's really been the story over the past 2 days where we've had water-covered roadways. Also a flood around National City on I-5. The ramp is flooded. So very difficult to get onto that highway when you've got a flooded ramp. As we go forward in time, notice the rain becomes more scattered in nature. So you're going to see much more in the way of breaks between the rain showers as we go through the evening and overnight, and really into tomorrow. Much of that precip heads further off towards the east. This storm system is on the move. It does bring a threat of severe weather this weekend. Dr. Greg Forbes is in the lab with the early warning.
Hey, thanks, Alex. Yeah, the western storm that has been hitting California will be moving by Sunday to the central part of the U.S., at least the middle and upper portions. The lowest portion gets blocked by the mountains, and that gets filled in then by low-level moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. That has some impacts. I'll talk more about that. But here's the big picture then for Sunday. At least isolated severe thunderstorms, damaging winds, and a chance of a tornado. Dodge City to Wichita and Kansas, west and central parts of Oklahoma, anywhere from the eastern Texas Panhandle down to Abilene and Waco and over to Dallas, included in this severe threat area. Here's that upper air system. The mid levels and upper levels take this big U-shaped dip in the jet stream and the cold pocket in the middle. It's the leading edge really where the forcing takes place for the severe storms, and there it is on Sunday coming into that Texas Oklahoma area, tapping into now at low levels that Gulf of Mexico moisture that comes in from the southeast. So look how the winds turn here down around southwest Oklahoma, about 45 degrees, and that could mean if we get enough instability we could get a rotating thunderstorm with a chance of a tornado. There's the Gulf of Mexico moisture pouring in fact all the way up into the Kansas, enough that we could get a severe thunderstorm thunderstorm. But it does make a difference, Pacific versus Gulf of Mexico. Pacific temperatures cooler. Water temperatures there in the 60s. That comes onshore, gives some instability, a lot of moisture. But then for the Gulf of Mexico, look at these. It stays moist and warm all winter long. Even 80 degree there for the water temperature in one location. So that comes in, makes it a little warmer, a little more moist. Fortunately for the central part of the U.S., it's not going to rain as long, but without added instability, could be a chance of a tornado. I've given a tornado condition index of 3 there. North central parts of Texas, and central parts of Oklahoma. So Dave and Alex, be on the lookout in central U.S. over the weekend.
Thank you, Dr. Forbes. One of the hardest hit areas from this monster storm is the San Francisco Bay Area.
Flooding, sinkholes, mudslides. See how the Bay Area is recovering from this historic storm as the rain continues in Oakland right now. And the power of mudslides, it can be deadly and expensive. How they start and why they can be so bad.
This program brought to you by Progressive. Join over 3 million drivers who switched to Progressive last year.
Oh, I love game night. Oh, it's a house and a car.
So far, you're horrible at this, Flo.
You got no talent for drawing, Flo. House, car, oh, raise the roof. No one?
Remember when we used to raise the roof, Diane?
Oh, quiet, Richard. I'm trying to make sense of Flo's terrible drawing.
I'll draw the pants off that thing.
Oh, hats on hamburgers, dancing, drive-in movie theater.
Home and auto.
Squares.
Lamp. Lines. Stupid, dumb.
No! Home and auto bundle from Progressive. Saves you money.
Yay, game night, so much fun.
Mega Red is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega Red.
Walmart has top gifts like the HP Stream 11 laptop with an Intel processor for great performance.
Yeah, I'm using it to video chat with Santa.
No way.
Yeah. He's naughty.
Get the top 100 gifts at unbeatable prices, like the HP Stream laptop with Intel inside. Walmart.
Say hello to the new Weather.com, a beautiful new design with weather as the main story. The information you need, the site you rely on, the brand you trust. The new Weather.com, the final piece in the Weather Channel redesign. The Weather Channel, it's amazing out there.
Currently in our area, 67 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies this evening. Will become partly cloudy after midnight. Low 56. Saturday, sunshine along with some cloudy intervals. High 75. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear. Low 56. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
The clock is ticking, so let's grab the list and go to town. You don't need a lot of this to make someone feel like that, especially if you give them one of these. Holiday to-dos? Let's get them done today at the one place that can help us bring it all home. That's How to Holiday. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Right now, save $50 on this Husky Mechanics tool set. Guaranteed forever.
You can change your style to express your unique personality. So why can't you do the same with your eye color? We at Alcon believe you can. Introducing new Air Optics Colors prescription contact lenses. Its unique 3-in-1 color technology blends with your own eye color for a naturally beautiful look with comfort all month long. Virtually try on your perfect color and get a free trial offer at airopticscolors.com.
If it's in your nature to love the great outdoors, don't miss your chance to find the perfect gift at the Cabela's Christmas sale. Shop for great deals like $20 in Cabela's Bucks when you spend $95 on any item from the North Face. Plus, get there early for our Saturday 8 a.m. doorbusters. The first 250 shoppers in line will receive a free giveaway. Don't miss the Cabela's Christmas sale, in-store and online at Cabela's.com.
Introducing York Minis. A bite-sized way to enjoy the full-size sensation of peppermint and rich, dark chocolate. York Minis. Get the sensation.
It is the news residents along the Russian River wanted to hear. The Russian River has crested. It topped its banks in Guerneville yesterday.
Well, those people must be thrilled. They were in the news some years ago. Sonoma County officials urged hundreds of people to evacuate from low-lying areas near the river. The evacuation recommendation covered 300 homes. And in the San Francisco Bay Area, it's a day of recovery after wicked winds, wild waves, and flooding rains.
The Weather Channel's Chris Warren caught a break in the rain to show us the conditions and the concerns for this afternoon.
After getting absolutely clobbered yesterday with the heavy rain, today it's showers. It's the hit and the miss. And much like the terrain provided a lot more rain for some people yesterday, and it was really a hit and miss with who got the heaviest rain, today's going to be hit and miss with the showers. And as we look at that terrain, we look over at Marin County and the Marin headlands here, and you can see the Golden Gate Bridge. And the North Tower there goes right into Marin. It's about 750 feet tall. And the clouds, you can see it a little bit higher than that. So we're looking around 1,000 feet over there. The terrain here on the West Coast and even right here in San Francisco varies in a matter of miles. And just feet, actually, you can go up to around 1,000 feet. So just like that, it can happen. And that is a big reason why some people got hit so hard yesterday and others had a wet and breezy day. Today, there's going to be a chance for another hit. The threat today going through into the afternoon will be a chance for thunderstorms. The biggest threat right along the coast. Back to you.
And one of the calling cards of this monster storm will be the wind, knocking over trees, ripping down power lines.
And at a point, more than 100,000 were without power in California, and this storm has not been kind to electric providers. Joining us on the phone is Jason King with Pacific Gas and Electric. And Jason, thank you for your time. You guys have made tremendous progress restoring power to your customers, about 500,000 since the storm began. Now, what is the latest outage information for PG&E for those folks wondering right now?
At the current time, we've restored 95% of those impacted by the storms. Approximate total is about 460,000. We've had additional crews in place. We've had mutual assistance in place from other states. And we've been working around the clock and throughout the day to get power back on safely and as quickly as possible for our customers.
When do you anticipate power coming back for the 5% who are still in the dark?
We anticipate full restore by sometime tomorrow. Right now, the majority of the remaining outages are concentrated on the Central Coast and south of Santa Cruz, and we're redeploying resources to those locations so that we can get power back onto those customers as quickly as possible.
So by that, do you mean that you're actually sending your utility workers to other parts of the state where things are worse?
Absolutely. As we wrap up in one area and get one area more or less restored, we do redeploy resources to harder hit areas so that we can get power back on in those areas. And, prior to the storm, we did our computer modeling and forecast modeling to determine which areas of the state we anticipated would be hardest hit. We did forward deploy resources to those areas. I think that's a large part of the reason we've been able to get power back on so quickly.
Jason, thanks so much for your time today. We know you're a busy guy. Jason King from PG&E.
Well, we've seen the nasty side of this monster storm. Next, we're going to show you the wintry side.
After several feet of snow in the Sierra, we're tracking snow and freezing rain from the northern Rockies to the plains. We'll give you the timetable next.
Mega Red is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in Mega Red are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with Mega Red.
All right, listen up. Out on that field today,
You will be ready for anything. And I want you to always remember, this is the greatest team you will ever be part of.
There's a team that makes a real difference in the world. Join the team that makes a difference.
Your heart is precious. One of many ways to support its health is new True Heart from One-A-Day. It's the only heart health supplement with ingredients to both help lower bad cholesterol and support healthy blood pressure, and also includes CoQ10. Try new True Heart.
You know what's gone? Kevin? The aspartame in You'll Play Light, they took it out. Oh, yeah. It is gone. What's wrong with Kevin?
You'll Play Light with 90 calories. Smooth, creamy, and now aspartame-free.
At Intel, they have technology that lets you change focus after you take a picture. So if things don't work out, you can refocus to just see yourself.
Intel. This is where it all changes.
It's like they've seen the future.
For most people, earning cash back ends here at the purchase. But there's a new card in town. Introducing the Citi Double Cash Card. It lets you earn cash back when you buy and again as you pay. That's cash back twice. It's cash back with a side of cash back. The Citi Double Cash Card, the only card that lets you earn cash back twice on every purchase, with 1% when you buy and 1% as you pay. With 2 ways to earn, it makes a lot of other cards seem one-sided.
Sunday.
Buried treasure, here we come.
There's new miners on the mountain.
We're about to be digging on top of the world.
But will their big gamble?
They call it Dead Man's Curve.
My heart is pounding right now.
Comcast, the country's leading provider of entertainment technology, is now hiring technicians and installers in your area. Comcast is searching for individuals who have a passion for the communications industry and who enjoy working one-on-one with customers. If you are enthusiastic with great people and problem-solving skills, log on to jobs.comcast.com to apply. Become part of the Comcast team and work for a dynamic company that offers flexible shifts and great benefits. Log on to jobs.comcast.com and apply today.
Instead of mailing everyone my vacation photos, I'm saving a ton of time by posting them to my wall.
Ooh, I like that one.
It's so quick. It's just like my car insurance. I saved 15% in just 15 minutes.
I saved more than that in half the time.
I'd unfriend you.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
15 minutes for a quote isn't how it works anymore. With Esurance, 7.5 minutes could save you on car insurance. Welcome to the modern world. Esurance, backed by Allstate. Click or call.
Berries.com. Click the mic and enter code WEATHER. Or call 888-SWEET-90.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9. Here on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 66 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, considerable clouds this evening. Some decrease in clouds overnight. Low 56. Saturday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 74. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear. Low 56. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Perhaps the most dramatic video of the day, homes buried by mud and rocks in Camarillo Springs, California. The sound of mud and rocks slamming into people's homes woke families up around 2 o'clock this morning. More than 120 homes are damaged in the area. And when storms drench parts of some drought-ridden states, they provide relief. But as we've seen, they can also generate dangerous landslides.
They sure can. Sam Champion explains how this serious weather threat unfolds in this edition of Brainstorm.
The threat of landslides is especially high in areas burned by wildfires.
When a fire scorches vegetation on a hillside, it strips the very thing that helps secure topsoil to the steep slopes, plants, and their root system. A gas released by the torched roots creates a waxy substance that prevents water from immediately sinking into the topsoil. So first rain is all runoff. Eventually, the slopes become saturated, liquefy, and flow down the hills. And subsequent rains can cause large chunks of soil to break off and crash downhill at speeds of more than 35 miles an hour. This can happen until regrowth occurs, and it takes 3 to 5 years for ground cover to grow back. This threat is especially high this year in California, where 5,500 separate wildfires have torched a combined area twice the size of Los Angeles. In fact, some California cities like Azusa and Glendora lie directly below as much as 2,000 acres of fire-scarred mountainside. And if a storm soaks these charred slopes with just 3 inches of rain, it can add more than 1 billion pounds of weight to the loosened topsoil. Even if only 10% of the waterlogged topsoil washes downhill, it could produce a rolling torrent of mud capable of delivering almost 50 billion joules of energy. That's about 4 times the amount of energy used to implode a 65,000-seat stadium. You've been Brainstorm. Sam Champion, The Weather Channel.
All right, well, you've been Brainstorm. Thank you, Sam. Well, here we are in Denver, Colorado, and wouldn't it be great to be in Denver? It is sunny. It is 65 degrees, relative humidity 9%. Very comfortable. Would you believe snow could be falling here on Sunday night? That's right. Our winter storm from the California moving into the Intermountain region will emerge out over the plains, and Denver gets the little taste of it. Huh? Now here we are in California. Statewide in California, there's only 32% of our average snowpack in the mountains. Now you might think, well, you know, what's that about? So the skiers have to go somewhere else to ski. The issue for us in California is we have a long dry season that runs from about April to October. That's a long season. We rely on melting snow during those warm months for the water that we use to water our lawns, to water our mouths. Water. That's the only water we get. So snow this time of year is critical to us for the entire year. Here's our storm. Here is the heaviest precipitation right in there. But we still have the core of the upper low that's moving over the state at the present time. That's why we still have some showers in Northern California, even though this band of rain is from San Diego up through Vegas right now. So we still have some showers. Central and Southern Sierra getting the heaviest snow for the next 24 to 48 hours, 1 to 2 feet, plus here in the Southern Sierra. So that 32% is going up. And the pattern looks very favorable for more snow and more rain. Alex, back to you.
Well, Dave, we've shown you what our crews, affiliates, and stringers have gathered from this monster storm in the west, but we're also showcasing the video you send us. And here's a good example of it. You know, today was Christmas Eve. Santa would not need this sleigh to make his gift run. He could probably just float right down that road, which is now a stream. This is San Mateo, California, and this is one of the videos that you've sent us of the effects this monster storm is having on the west coast, all the videos of rain, wind, and much more. So we want to see them. Just text the word storm to 99,000. You will receive easy instructions on how to get that video to us. Just a couple of reminders. Turn your phone horizontally to capture that video, and please stay safe while you're recording it. Also, know that message and data rates may apply when you send it to us. And once you send it our way, we'll be able to show it, and all your friends will see it as well. You are looking at Santa Monica, California. Still some showers into parts of California. However, as we go through the overnight and into tomorrow, things will be quieting down on the west coast. But where is that storm going? We'll tell you. Also, we've got a special report coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. The monster storm, California Chaos.
Today we're getting record snowfall.
Radars indicate there's been flooding throughout the area.
We're getting hail the size of golf balls.
Maglite. Turn your light on, America.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. There we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
Walmart Savings Catcher saves on my holiday groceries.
You just scan your Walmart receipt, and if there's a lower advertised price at a top store in your area, Walmart will give you the difference on an e-gift card. Are these all for Santa?
Yep. Wasn't sure what kind he likes.
Join the millions who are saving with Walmart's Savings Catcher.
Zantac heartburn alert. Stop. Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
If it's in your nature to love the great outdoors, don't miss your chance to find the perfect gift at the Cabela's Christmas sale. Save on your favorite brands, plus get there early for our Saturday 8 a.m. doorbusters. Shop the Cabela's Christmas sale in-store and online at Cabela's.com.
Where we go is who we are. And fuels from Exxon and Mobil help your engine run smoother, cleaner, and with better fuel economy. We are energy, and energy lives here.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids. Breathe.
A little bit here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
Sunday.
Buried treasure, here we come.
There's new miners on the mountain.
We're about to be digging on top of the world.
But will their big gamble,
They call it Dead Man's Curve.
My heart is pounding right now.
be a huge bust?
This is an extreme situation.
Prospectors. New episode Sunday night at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 66 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, considerable clouds this evening. Some decrease in clouds overnight. Low 56. Saturday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 74. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear. Low 56. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
All of a sudden, it just came in heavy.
I've never seen anything like this.
It's 1:30 on Weather Center Live. I'm Dave Schwartz.
And I'm Alex Wilson. That monster storm continues to lash parts of the West Coast.
And we're seeing new damage and challenges as a result. Check it out. The front of a building has collapsed. This is in Long Beach, California.
You can see the broken wood, the sidewalk from where the facade just completely crumbled and gave way. And we are still watching for adverse weather in California. However, things are beginning to improve. There are still flood watches and flash flood watches posted. But by tonight, and especially tomorrow, Dave, a lot of California will see some dry time.
Right, and that flood warning for Orange County will be out within the hour.
Well, some of the most dramatic damage happened in Camarillo Springs, California in the middle of the night. A neighborhood is essentially buried by a rock slide. NBC's Hallie Jackson is there with new details.
The clouds have broken and the sun is coming out here in Camarillo Springs. It's a gorgeous day until you look at the damage from that rock slide that happened early this morning. Thick mud, rocks pouring off of this mountainside behind us here. And look what it's done to the homes on this street. Covered them in rocks practically up to their roofs in some areas. Officials here say that 8 homes have serious damage. And just around the corner, another rock slide has created a gas leak. 9 homes may have to lose their gas as that gets fixed at some point today. This issue here comes from the wildfire last October that burned away a lot of the trees and vegetation, allowing the earth to come sliding into the street. As you can see right here, so many rocks, so much mud. At this point, cleanup, we know, will take weeks, if not longer. Neighbors are stunned. They're walking around in shock. One woman we spoke with said she thought it was thunder early this morning when the rocks started to come loose, burying these homes. This is not the only mudslide that we've heard about. A couple of others trapped 8 people in their cars. They had to be rescued, and one of those folks ended up in the hospital. A number of people are seeking shelter at local fire stations and at a local rec center. We'll keep you updated, but for now, back to you guys.
Thanks, Hallie. Well, the storm is having more impacts today on everything from travel to power outages, and there is some progress to report. In fact, new power outage figures are in. At least 17,000 customers are without electricity in Los Angeles. Crews have restored power to more than 12,000 people, and Amtrak has restored service in Southern California. The rail line had stopped running 2 trains on 2 lines from Los Angeles to San Luis Obispo earlier today, and San Francisco has seen 13 flights canceled today, another 122 delayed. Dave has more on the Western storm and what it's up to right now.
That's right, Alex. We're kind of in the shadow of the big show. That was yesterday and then in Southern California last night and this morning. So we do have a storm. It's just the worst is over. The problem is some hillsides are still weakened by all that rain. So, you know, even a few showers here, you know, this was the general rain. That's moved inland now. Now we still have scattered showers, but even at that, there could be some locally brief heavy rains. I'm hoping those are not strong enough to, you know, bring down another hillside. Let's hope that the worst is over. Now that's storm number 1. Here's storm number 2. Look at this, way out in the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean. These are the Aleutian Islands of Alaska, and that one's going to be coming in late in the weekend. So tonight and tomorrow we get a break. Sunday starts out okay, but then the rain moves in Sunday night. Here's what we're left with right now. This is a general light to moderate rain now moving in over Calexico and over 29 Palms, and then right up toward Las Vegas. So heads up for some heavy rain here and slow traffic this afternoon. Scattered rain, general rain here in the western part of the San Joaquin Valley. And then we have these scattered showers that could even be an isolated bolt of thunder, that kind of thing, all the way up into Northern California. Now, the California storm will be over after sundown tonight for the most part. And our storm moves into the Rocky Mountains, begins to lose some of its moisture, so we're not expecting widespread flooding here. But certainly wind, as we've seen today around the Grand Canyon and up toward Boise, Idaho, winds are gusting to 40 miles an hour. And then Sunday night, here comes the next storm, bringing rain on Monday all the way down to Santa Barbara with high mountain snows on Monday and Tuesday. So an active weather pattern for the West, and nobody in the country needs rain and snow more than those of us here in drought-stricken California. Now, Dr. Forbes is in the house, and I understand he's going to be here Sunday and Monday also. And here he is to tell you why.
Yeah, Dave, these west storms, these California storms, they move east. They lose their Pacific moisture, but they gain at low levels Gulf of Mexico moisture. That means Sunday looks like a severe weather threat, maybe even on Monday. I'll talk more about that. For Sunday, here's the area. I'm thinking a chance from anywhere near Dodge City and Wichita down to western parts of Oklahoma, central parts of Oklahoma, including Oklahoma City, Childress, Abilene, down into Waco and the Dallas area. Damaging wind gusts, maybe a chance of a tornado, some thunderstorms with that. We won't have the kind of heavy rain. The storms will be moving faster. Won't be such prolonged rain as California has had, though. Here's the upper air system of the California weather system right now. U-shaped dip in the jet stream, cold pocket in the middle of that. Not as cold as sometimes gets, so the instability won't be huge. But by the time we get into Sunday, the eastern side of that jet stream comes over Texas, Oklahoma, combines with Gulf of Mexico moisture now filling in at low levels for what got blocked when the storm system came over the mountains. And the turning of the winds there from southeast to southwest parts of Oklahoma could mean even a rotating, what we call a supercell thunderstorm, even though it is December, and enough moisture all the way up into Kansas that maybe even a severe thunderstorm there. The Pacific Ocean versus the Gulf of Mexico, it makes a big difference. The Pacific Ocean, it's cooler. Water temperatures are in the 60s. Look at the Gulf of Mexico, though. Even some places in the middle there are around 80 degrees even in December. And so that means more warmth, more moisture coming up to fill in the bottom of this storm system on Sunday than it had in California. So more thunderstorms, maybe a tornado with that. On the tornado condition index scale of 10, 3 for northern Texas, south parts of Oklahoma, 30% chance of a tornado within 50 miles. Here's the computer model version of how this is all unfolding. The wind arrows here indicate the U-shaped dip in the jet stream, and by Sunday afternoon, that is pulling its way into Oklahoma and Texas. Even a little bit of a wind maximum there coming into north central parts of Texas, and that matches up then with low-level moisture coming in for a lot of wind shear. By Monday, that dip in the jet stream pulls up to near the St. Louis area. It might run away from the instability. The moisture, though, just comes in separately. It comes in from the south here, and this is about 5,000 feet, probably about 50-mile-per-hour winds there on Sunday afternoon for parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and North Texas. So that's some of the wind energy, some of the low-level moisture that could mean even a tornado on Sunday. So be on the lookout this weekend. I'll be here to try to keep you safe. Dave and Alex.
Thank you so much, Dr. Forbes. Well, this week we've had a storm on the East Coast, a storm on the West Coast, and what's in the middle?
What's in the middle is Kansas City, one of the greatest cities in the country. Actually, it's been very pleasant, and that trend will continue, at least when it comes to temperatures.
Right. Can you believe that it's actually going to be warmer in the Kansas City metro area than it will be in Tampa, Florida on Sunday night? We will explain what is behind this unseasonably warm weather, and we'll play a fun game with you coming up next.
And here's, oh, look at that.
How about that? Does that just not put you in the mood? Do you want to sing carols during the break?
Let's do it now. Jingle bells,
jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun. Oh, they're changing the camera to get us to stop singing. I see what you guys are doing in the booth. Hey, we'll see you after the break.
Local on the 8s next.
Currently in our area, 66 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, considerable clouds this evening. Some decrease in clouds overnight. Low 56. Saturday, sun and a few passing clouds. High 74. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear. Low 56. Winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Average women's tees versus a gawking gopher. Duluth Trading Longtail tees versus a gawking gopher. The Duluth Longtail Tee. 2 extra inches to defend your back end. Get one. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
My goal was to finally get in shape.
Deep breath, exhale, you can!
Not to be focusing again on my moderate to severe chronic plaque psoriasis. So I finally made a decision to talk to my dermatologist about Humira. Humira works inside my body to target and help block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to my symptoms. In clinical trials, most adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis saw 75% skin clearance on Humira, and the majority of people were clear or almost clear in just 4 months.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Set a new goal today. Ask your dermatologist about Humira, because with Humira, clear skin is possible.
Chex Party Mix. Easy 15-minute homemade recipes you just pop in a microwave, like caramel chocolate drizzles. Happier holidays. Chex Party Mix.
MegaRed is an omega-3 supplement recognized by the Hope Heart Institute. Research shows omega-3s may reduce the risk of coronary heart disease. The omega-3s in MegaRed are easily absorbed by the body, and it's just one small pill a day. Support your heart health with MegaRed.
Hello, I'm an Idaho potato farmer, and our big Idaho potato truck is still missing. So my buddy here is going to help me find it. Here we go! It's out there somewhere, spreading the word about America's favorite potato, heart-healthy Idaho potatoes, and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign. If you see it, I hope you'll let us know. Always look for the Grown in Idaho seal.
You can change your style to express your unique personality. So why can't you do the same with